The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, is facing intense scrutiny over its reckless and indefensible decision to cut winter fuel payments. This move has triggered a full-scale legal battle spearheaded by the trade union Unite. It is not just a case of political mismanagement, it is a calculated attack on pensioners, a group that has already endured the brunt of economic instability. The backlash has been fierce and is only gaining momentum. Unite has drawn a firm line in the sand. Either the government reverses this disastrous policy, or it will face a legal reckoning. Unite General Secretary Sharon Graham has been unequivocal in her condemnation, calling the decision a blatant betrayal of pensioners who have spent their lives contributing to society, only to be abandoned when they need support the most. Labour's decision to take from pensioners is indefensible, Graham declared. This is a rushed, poorly conceived disaster that disregards the very people the party claims to represent. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet, it's about real lives, real suffering, and a government that seems disturbingly comfortable forcing pensioners into an impossible choice. Endure freezing homes or sacrifice essentials like food and medication. Unite has made it clear, it will not back down until justice is served. And the outrage isn't limited to union leaders. Unite organizer Joshua B. has sharply criticized the government's financial priorities, questioning why the most vulnerable are being penalized while energy corporations and the ultra-wealthy remain untouched. If there's a financial gap to fill, why not tax the obscene profits of energy giants or introduce a wealth tax instead? He asked. This government has chosen to protect billionaires while throwing pensioners under the bus. It is disgraceful. Pensioners are being treated as collateral damage in a government experiment that prioritizes corporate greed over human dignity. The message is clear. If you are rich, your wealth is safeguarded. If you are struggling, you are left to fend for yourself. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We understand, life gets busy, and it's easy to forget. But here's the thing. Subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us continue creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second but makes a world of difference. Thank you for your support. The legal battle is already in motion, and the government is running out of time. A formal pre-action protocol letter has been sent to Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall, demanding an immediate repeal of the damaging regulations introduced in August 2024. The government has until November 7 to respond. Should it fail to act, a full judicial review will be launched in the High Court. Legal experts are already warning that the government's position is weak due to the rushed nature of its decision-making, the lack of proper consultation, and the disproportionate impact on vulnerable groups, all of which make the policy legally questionable. If the government believes it can push this through without consequences, it is sorely mistaken. For millions of pensioners, the winter fuel payment has been a lifeline, the only thing standing between them and the devastating effects of freezing temperatures. Energy costs have skyrocketed, inflation continues to hammer household budgets, and now, with this support being stripped away, pensioners face a brutal winter with little hope of relief. The government's attempt to frame this as a necessary cost-cutting measure is nothing short of insulting. Instead of addressing corporate excess, it has chosen to squeeze the most vulnerable until they break. The outrage is spreading rapidly, and it is not just coming from the usual opposition voices. Labour's own voter base is in revolt, with critics across the political spectrum accusing the party of betraying its core values, abandoning those who need help the most in favour of appeasing financial elites. Social media is ablaze with fury as pensioners and their families share their fears for the winter ahead. Grassroots campaigns are emerging nationwide, demanding immediate action. Protests are being organised, petitions are gaining traction, and pressure on the government is mounting by the day. A government elected on promises of fairness and support for working people is now being exposed for what it truly is, a party willing to sacrifice its most loyal supporters in the name of austerity. The timing of this crisis could not be worse. Inflation continues to bite, energy bills remain painfully high, and pensioners, many of whom are already struggling to make ends meet, are being pushed into even deeper uncertainty. Without urgent intervention, thousands will be left in freezing homes, forced to ration heating as temperatures plummet. This is not just a policy failure, it is a moral failure, and the consequences will be severe. The government's refusal to acknowledge the human cost of its reckless decision is a damning indictment of its priorities. Public anger is reaching a boiling point, and the Labour government is now at a crossroads. Will it double down on a policy that punishes pensioners while shielding corporate elites? Or will it admit its mistake and restore the payments before the situation spirals further out of control? The choice is clear, and the clock is ticking. If the government refuses to act, it will not just face legal consequences, it will face the wrath of a country that refuses to let its elderly suffer. Winter is coming, and the people are watching.